This is the beginning of the end. Tonight, we will have a battle amongst giants. 9 players are here to fight for glory and a place in the history books. Who will be crowned eSailing World Champion 2020? Hundreds of thousands of players tried to qualify over the year. 820 players came into the playoffs. 8 players qualified, and 1 player won his spot after winning the eSail GP Grand Final.
Battle, 2 giants battling each other. La Manoir with a penalty. Sails into Cruz. Later took a chance to penalize Cruz. It's still Jon Cardona in the lead. It's Ramon in second. It's Tanti in third.
And Deja Vu has the slightest of advantage in here, and they come together, and it's a penalty to Jon Cardona in his very first leg. And watch Deja Vu speed away to that reach mark. Welcome to the eSailing Battle of the Year. Welcome to the eSailing World Championship 2020.
My name is Trudy Ann Branker, and I am the Master Blender for Montgay Rum. Montgay is unique because of where we are. We have been producing here on the same location for over 300 years. Montgay is unique because Barbados is the birthplace of rum. Montgay and rum is part of Barbadian culture. You're passionate about it from the start.
Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever in the world you're sitting. Welcome to the eSailing World Championship 2020. My name is Thomas Bjørn Luthi. I'm ready to guide you to what's going to happen tonight. But I'm not the only one ready to show you and tell you what's happening. I have my dear friend with me live from London studio. Please welcome in Mr. Alec Wilkinson.
Hello, yes. Isn't this just incredible? 120,000 people, e-sailors, started this competition months ago. We've whittled it down and whittled it down and whittled it down. And we're down now to the final 8. The best 9 players, I should say, in the world. And that's just incredible. They're here representing 5 different nations. And the pressure's really on. This isn't a team sport now. They're here as individual sailors. They're competing for themselves for that world title.
They are competing for themselves for that world title. And Alec, let's go in and see the format they're going to race today.
There it is. We have got 7 races and then a medal race, with the medal race worth double points. It's a low point scoring system, so traditional sailing scoring system. There will be a discard that kicks in before the medal race, and then the all-important double points medal race, which should mean it is all wide open by the time we get to the end of this regatta. You can see there the different types of boats. So we're going to be testing the sailors, aren't we, Thomas, in all sorts of boats, in all sorts of wind conditions and different locations. Yeah, so we're going to start off in Portsmouth. We've got some iconic locations around the world. Portsmouth and Rio and Marseille, of course, the next Olympic venue. So you can see that. Now, if you've never had a go at eSailing, if you're new to the sport and you want to have a go, here's how to get involved. I know there's been a lot of interest in the sport, especially over this weekend with the World Championship final. Last night here we also have the Nations Cup final. Great Britain won the title of best nation, best sailing nation, eSailing nation in the world. And so that's created a lot of interest. So it's good to see just how easy it is to get in touch.
Yeah, and Alec, we're going to see some cool races, and we're going to start in this fantastic starboat race that we're coming into. So the players are going to start what we call a slow race, and you can see it here beside us. This is Stipper Coach Croatia. It doesn't have a spinnaker, this boat, so it still have a huge wind shadow, 33 meters, and it's going to be downwind. And the players are ready, so let's get ready to race number 1, Alec.
Yep, race number 1 in the star class. So all 9 sailors. It's fleet racing, this competition. The format is straightforward. It is 2 upwind legs, 2 downwind legs. So they go up, down, in the traditional way.
Yeah.
15 seconds to go, and they're spread out across the start line. And often we'll see them bunching up one side or the other, trying to work out where the wind is stronger. But right now they're spread out right across the line, and it's a clean start. So a good start for all 9 sailors at the beginning of this World Championship final.
Yeah, a very great start for the World Championship 2020. And it looks like we're going to, déjà vu with a penalty sailing into Yoncadona. It looks like we're going to have a clean race. The players are quite nervous, quite exciting. So a small mistake, as we saw déjà vu getting here, can cost a lot. So right now, they're trying not to do it.
So a Croatian, 2 British, 2 French, a Turk, and 3 Spanish sailors competing this year in the World Championship final, and it is the 3rd edition, and some of these guys we've seen before in the World Final. We'll run through some of those in a moment, but let's just work out now if we can spot any tactics. Remember, we're watching some of the best eSailors in the world, so what they do can be subtle at times, other times it can be obvious, it can surprise us. So right out in front at the moment is Pepito of France, then Donny Gillis.
Yeah, on the inside. But Alec, everything is changing tactical wise because Valentin Lisa is in position where he can tack in and attack some of the players inside here because then he will come from starboard. They are in port side right now. Havuk also has a good chance, but it looks good for Pepito. It looks good for Donny Gillis. But rest of them, what a battle we're going to have. But remember, 30 meters of wind shadow downwind. That is going to be costly. They're going to attack each other. So it's all about getting out of the wind shadow. Tack coming in.
Valentin Lisa slots in behind Kaan Mazlumka or Havuk of Turkey.
Penalty there.
The penalty to Miguel Cruz, known as the Cruiserlader. Jean Cardona doing well in there, but it is Pepito who comes out in front. An extra maneuver there from Jean Cardona.
Yeah. Oh, another penalty to Valentin Lisa made by Cruz, and a penalty to Ramon. No, it's Cruz getting it for being hit by Ramon. So, two top sailors, Miguel Cruz, been at a World Championship for 2 times and also qualified last year, but then he got married, so he chose to go to his wedding instead of the World Championship on Bermuda. So, and this year he qualified again. But what a start of this World Championship.
What a start indeed. And you can see how much faster they are downwind. And you can see how the leaders have spread out across the course to try and avoid the dirty air of the boats following behind them. Because the start, generally, we're seeing that these races are decided on the final downwind leg. And so Pepito and Donny Gillis and Jean Cardona now at the halfway mark of the race.
Yeah, and see Kaan Mazlumka from Turkey is getting caught. Havuk, that's why he is sailing with the orange sail. The Carrot from Turkey managed to penalize Coach Croatia. Great move by him. This just shows how strong he is. 2 players battling it over here. Miguel Cruz coming in. Deja Vu, both of them getting a penalty first. Deja Vu giving Cruz a penalty, then Deja Vu hitting the mark, getting a penalty. So not the best start for the British player who qualified for winning the Sail GP Grand Final. And Alec, let's try to bring in our advisor Cube just to hear. Wow, what a good start we had, Cube.
Yeah, really good start, Thomas, and a really nice start of this event with a quite interesting first upwind with that massive left shift that we saw, and we actually saw it coming back right now for the second upwind. So it gives a lot of extra dimensions to this race.
Pepito well out in front now, and generally, if the leading boat has more than 35 meters on the following boat, they tend to manage to hold on to that lead. They tend to get away because they're not affected by the turbulent wind off the following boat. So Donny Gillis, Joe Cardona, Ramon following the leader downwind. And I think we could see some overtaking in the chasing pack.
Yeah, Alec, we're going to see some overtaking, but it looks good for Pepito from France. It looks like he's going to take a victory in the first race of tonight in the starboat. Donny Gillis in a good position. Jean Cardona is going to battle Ramon. Havuk avoiding getting wind shadow, but he needs to take care of Coach Croatia. And then behind, Miguel Cruz, Deja Vu, and Valentin Lisa. But let's jump up and see up here with the battle just being here with Ramon. See. That's soon going to be a battle if they're daring to do it, because a penalty will slow them down.
Yeah, Jean Cardona and Ramon heading towards that finish line in 3rd and 4th. And we're going to see Ramon now. I think that wind shadow is beginning to take an effect. He's accelerating. And he's closing in on Jean Cardona. Is he going to take 3rd place? And can Jean Cardona do something? Can he get across him? Can he prevent that overtaking maneuver? He's being forced out by his fellow Spaniard, but he just manages to maneuver across the line to take 3rd place. Ramon will be 4th. And look at this battle at the back. It's been going on for Deja Vu all the way through this race. Cruiserlader picking up a penalty. Deja Vu gets across the line ahead of Valentin Lisa. So there we have it. Pepito well clear out in front by a full 10 seconds. That is a remarkable time difference. on the rest of the fleet. Donny Gillis second, and then the two Spaniards, third and fourth, Kalman Slumka fifth, Stephen Koch of Croatia sixth, Miguel Cruz seventh, Deja Vu, and Valentin Lisa bringing up the rear.
Hi, this is Kamal from Istanbul, Turkey. I'm also known as Havuç, which means carrot in Turkish. I'm proud to be the only sailor to be able to qualify to the eSailing World Championship finals 3 times in a row. It's been an amazing experience for me so far. Although this year there won't be a live final, I think it's going to be as competitive as before. I want to win this eSailing World Championship title this year, and I'll try my best for this. And I wish best of luck to all the competitors. Thanks!
And what a first race we just had here. See the scoreboard, and we're going with the low point system. Pepito first, Donny Gillis second. That's giving 2 points, 3 points to Jon Cardona, because getting third. Then we have Ramon coming in, and what a great start, huh, Alec?
Yeah, a great start for Pepito, and I'm interested by some of those battles that we saw between Deja Vu and the other sailors, because Deja Vu was the captain of the British team that won the Nations Cup last night, 24 hours ago, and he was pivotal in that victory. And some of these finalists were also in that Nations Cup final, the Spanish sailors. And I just wonder if they have marked him as the man to beat early on in order to have a chance, if they think he is the biggest threat.
Yeah, but Alec, remember one thing. This was just race number 1 we had here. We're going to have race number 2 coming up. And let's go in and see the format of tonight's second race. And there we have it. It's going to be much faster, Alec. It's going to be a Nacra 17.
Yeah, very different race, very different boat. The Nacra 17. And look at the wind pressure, top right in that white panel, 17 knots. So we're looking at kind of a sort of moderate breeze for eSailing. The format, though, is the same. It's 2 upwind, 2 downwind. But yeah, it's going to be different, and the tactics will be different, and we'll start to see some other names come up to the fore who are more experienced in the faster boats.
And Alec, the players are getting ready for race number 2, a Nacra 17. See that beautiful boat? It's a light foil boat. And we can say to you, we have learned so much about this boat in Virtual Regatta Inshore. It's not always in the strongest wind that this boat sails the fastest.
Yeah, well, I would say that these conditions are perfect for the Nacra, the only foiling boat in the Olympics on real waters, by the way, and one of the fastest boats in eSailing as well. But I think the conditions on this course are perfect, and we put them on the Olympic course in Rio as well, just to add that extra bit of excitement. But here we go. Here we go, 20 seconds to go, and they're now moving in towards the start line, and it's almost like a fairly steady breeze right across the course at the moment.
Yeah, it's quite a steady breeze, but see here the start, 5 seconds coming in, almost a false start for Kalman Slumka. But there we go, he picks up a penalty, Valentin Lisa also, but it's going to be fast.
It is, and so upwind, there you go, Miguel Cruz, and that's Jon Cardona. Got a bit of a glitch there, but the number 8 with the Spanish flag is Jon Cardona. He's currently battling it out in the lead, but look who's up there with them, Deja Vu. And then we've got Miguel Cruz and Ramon and Donny Gillis, and bringing up the rear, Valentin Lisa.
Yeah, it's a fast race coming up here, and they're really going to join in with it. And when we see Ramon, Pepito, Jon Cardona, Deja Vu, Stipper Coach, Donny Gillis, Miguel Cruz, Carmen Luca, and it's not the best start for the Turk, but it's a good start for the Spaniard.
Yeah, Ramon coming out towards this ley line on this right-hand side of the course. And Deja Vu currently in second place. We're looking at the boats on that far side of the course as they put in one more tack and head towards that top mark for the first time. Oh, it's close between Deja Vu and I think that's Joan Cardona.
Yeah, it is. Those two have been battling all day last night. Deja Vu won that battle. Tonight, Jon Cardona is winning it. Pepito second, Ramon third, Deja Vu, Miguel Cruz, Donny Gillis, Stipper Coach. Oh, Carmen Luca, another penalty behind, dropping to ninth.
Karl Maslunka, who's made 2 World Championship finals already. He's kind of always been the bridesmaid, hasn't he? But he's never quite managed to take the title away. Could this be his time? Third time lucky for the Turk, who, by the way, you'll hear us slip into calling him Havuk because sometimes he competes under the name of Havuk, which means carrot in Turkish, because he's red-headed. But Karl Maslunka is his real name. Anyway, here we are with the leaders. Bottom mark, Joan Cardona and Ramon first and second. There's French coming in and challenging as well.
Penalty to Miguel Cruz, nicely made by Deja Vu, but see Carmen Luca dropping down. He must be a little bit nervous, but remember, he's sitting in Turkey. It's 12 in the evening by him, where here it's 11:30 Central European time. It's the Brits having the advantage. It's pretty early for them. It's only 9:30, but it's a Spaniard in the lead.
It is a Spaniard in the lead. Pepito, once again, putting in another great race. He's only 18. He's sitting in Montpellier playing this. And he's already got a good result behind him. Ramon in third. Oh, and there's a cross going on in the middle there. And a penalty on Valentin Lisa.
Made by Miguel Cruz.
Compatriot, Miguel Cruz.
Yeah. But this just show, now we have Jon in the lead, Pepito in second, Ramon in third. But see the battles for all points. Remember, they're going to battle all day for points. So that's how it's going to be.
Joan Cardona out in front. I can't see him being caught now on this final leg. Pepito in second. He's also well clear of Ramon.
Penalty, Stipper Coach. Whoosh.
Well, that's going to lose him at least a couple of places. But out in front, there's the red sail of Joan Cardona, the pink sail of Pepito. And Ramon puts in a little jig just to get onto that ley line, heading towards the finish line. And Deja Vu. The battle's for third here between the Brit and the Spaniard. So Joan Cardona wins race 2. Pepito takes the second. And I think it's going to go to Ramon for third place. Deja Vu fourth. And then comes in the other Briton, Donny Gillis.
Yeah, and it's a hard boat to take positions downwind. The wind shadow is only 23 meters big. It's a fast one, but that's how it's going to be. Let's get the confirmation in here. When we're seeing here, we can see Jon Cardona with a victory, Pepito in second, Ramon in third, Deja Vu fourth, Donny Gillis fifth, Miguel Cruz sixth, Valentin Lisa seven, Carmen Luca eight, Stipper Coach losing this race. And when we see it here, we can see Jon Cardona had a very great upwind to start with, and the battle in between from 4th to 9th was going on all the way. And while saying that, let's meet up with Stipper Coach Croatia and Ramon, the two surprising persons qualifying to this World Championship.
Hello, my name is Stjepan Česić, also known as Stipper Coach Croatia, 32 years old. I'm from Omiš, small town near Split. I'm married, I have one baby, 11 months old, and second one is coming. I started to play virtual regatta 9 months ago, and I qualified as number 1 for World Championship final. I won 3 silver medals at World and European Championships in Optimist long time ago when I was young. I will do my best to take another medal, this time in virtual world. So, good luck to all of you and have fun.
Hello, my name is Ramon. I'm 26 from Seville and I work as a police officer in Valencia. I started sailing at 6 and have competed in Optimist, Laser and 4020, and I was working as an Optimist coach for 5 years in Club Náutico Sevilla. Today it's difficult to combine my job with sailing, so I saw this competition as an opportunity to reconnect with the world of sailing and with many sailors. I've been playing since March because of the pandemic and have really enjoyed competing with old friends and making new ones all over the world. And to me it's a real honor to be able to participate in this final with so great eSailors, and I just hope to do my best and be up to the task. Thank you all.
This is where we are after 2 races. Wow, so Pepito, some great results from him, a first and a second. Joan Cardona sits in second, Donny Gillis in third. Let's just have a look around. So Ramon, who we've just heard from, sitting in fourth. Deja Vu, despite a poor first race, has managed to be in fifth. And remember, it's all about consistency, isn't it, Thomas? It's not about winning 1 race and then losing 3. It's about consistency. It's the low-scoring points system. So,
but also remember, Alec, they have 1 discard. That means the worst race they have, they can throw away after race number 4. But right now it looks quite good for Pepito, Tim Carpenter, Jon Cardona, and also for Donny Gillis and Ramon, where rest of the fleet, wow, that couldn't be worse. Deja Vu, Havuk, Cruisulator, Stipper Coach, and Valentin Lisa, all having 8 and 9 points as a discard. That will make them having a hard race coming up. Split Studio.
So we're standing by for race number 3. It's in the laser, and you can just make out in the background that this is Marseille, the venue for the 2024 Olympic Games. And, well, the laser, the classic Olympic boat, isn't it? And we've got a minute to go to the start. And, well, they've got plenty of time, so they're allowed to be wherever they want at this point, just explaining that if you're new to this. And Thomas, the guys we've seen down near that bottom of the leaderboard, they're going to have to do something now. They have to start acting right now.
Yeah, and let's see that when we come in game. And they need to act, and this is the laser, and again a boat with that really needs to be battling downwind, but there's a huge tactic upwind for them. And Alec, in esport terms, it's only a medium upwind we're going to have here with them, so let's see how it will go for them, but a good wind pressure. 5 seconds to start.
And if you're wondering why they're the wrong side of the start line, I'll explain it to you once we see if their tactic works. So a few over late and picking up penalties, but they away they go, and they'll speed up again once that penalty is taken. Joan Cardona, Ramon out in front, Karl Mazlumka, and it's what they call a downwind start, isn't it, Thomas? Which you just wouldn't do in real sailing.
No, this is an e-sport, and in an e-sport, you can do a downwind start, you can take a penalty, and when you're racing downwind, you get more speed into the boat, and that will give you a small advantage. But Cube, the boats are moving in a funny way. What are they doing?
Yeah, so the sailors are using every single way possible to speed up their boat even faster. And what they're doing right now is pumping. So they actually use that downwind speed and use it in their advantage to go upwind faster.
So they're pumping the boats to come into speed. That's amazing, but it doesn't look great for Miguel Cruz and Stipper Coach. They are here on the left-hand side, Alec. And to the new viewers out there, see up in the top left corner, we have a radar. Where it's light wind. Where it's dark, that's a harder breeze. So, Stipper Coach Croatia, Miguel Cruz are in lighter wind.
Yes, it's all about the shade on the water for the eSailors. They've got the radar in the top left corner. That gives them a picture of what's happening, an overview, and then they've got various views and angles that they can access depending on how they prefer to race, whether they're in the boat or whether they're up above the boat and so on.
Yeah, and the
So
overall
across there,
leader. Yeah.
Pepito keeping out of trouble, and another cross there in the middle of the course, but Donny Gillis is obviously off on a mission. He knows where he wants to get to before tacking back into the top mark.
Yeah, right now we see Ramon, he's in the lead according to the servers, according to the math. But see the players coming from starboard is attacking him. Oh, Deja Vu crossing up. Jon Cardona is covering Deja Vu. He knows he will be his biggest opponent when they're going to battle for it. Ramon dropping down now because the players up here from starboard tack is having the advantage. See, Valentin Lisa in the lead, Pepito in 6th. And this might be good news for Pepito because he's coming from last position. And he might take the lead now, Alec.
Yes, he might. We'll see as they come in. Khan Mazlumka just coming in there, slotting in behind the French boat. They're coming a really long way beyond the ley line, the Turk. So here we go, top mark. Ramon is out in front. It's Ramon who takes it. Here comes Pepito in 2nd. And it's so close. Oh, and Jean Cardona picks up a penalty from Khan Mazlumka, who just turned and decided to inflict that penalty on him.
Yeah, penalty
and
galore.
You can see from above how he slowed down.
Yeah, and just see Valentin Lisa got a penalty, but calculated a penalty to sail into the mark and came in 2nd. Carmen's look at 3rd. Pepito with a penalty. Deja Vu also. Another penalty to Donny Gillis. This is a battle, Alec. They are going to fight for it now. And now we are going to see Ramon has the chance to sneak away because all the other boats behind him are battling each other.
Yeah, we see it so often, don't we, where the leader just manages to build and build on his lead because everyone else is focused on their own tussle, on their own battles at the back. But yeah, it is really close. Very tactical boat, the laser, and there's a fight going on over on that left-hand side, and they're coming to that downwind mark. Valentin Lisa, the Frenchman, and Joan Cardona, and they're both round cleanly. And off they go to the right-hand side. Steeper coach round now with the green boat.
Yeah, a penalty to Jon Cardona. Yeah. And Cube, we saw the boats were splitting up. What would that mean for the racers, and who did the best job here?
It's very difficult to tell right now, Thomas. It looks like the gate was pretty evenly positioned. And the course is pretty even as well. We don't have massive wind shift, so it's really difficult to tell which side is the most advantage.
And while we are saying that, we can see Carmen's Lucan 2nd, and he will keep that 2nd right now. He's a good position. We have Ramon up there. He will take the lead. But what happens with Pepito, Deja Vu, Valentin Lisa? Pepito, the overall leader, dropping down, Alec.
Yeah, dropping down. He's got breathing space, though, on the leaderboard, hasn't he? And he's so on form at the moment that I wouldn't be surprised if we see the 18-year-old make his way back up through the fleet.
Yeah, but let's see. It's still the top of the top. It's the World Championship. Khan in 2nd. Ramon sneaking away, getting married tomorrow. Maybe he's having luck both in game and marriage. But here, Valentin Lisa. Oh, slowing down, going upwind. Deja Vu, Pepito coming in. Whoosh.
I don't know what it is about this time of year and getting married, but Cruzaleda missed the final last year because he was getting married, and Ramon is getting married tomorrow. What a weekend it is for Ramon. He was Nations Cup final yesterday, World Championship final today, and a wedding tomorrow.
Yeah, and while we saw that, then we can say Jon Cardona is not having the best laser race. A penalty, he drops to last position. So there will be a winner, Ramon. There will be a second, Kaan Mansluka from Turkey. But who will take third? Who will take fourth? Who will take fifth? And so on. That's a battle, Alec.
Jon Cardona may be struggling at the moment in this laser, but you know he's a Finn Olympic sailor in real life. And also a SailGP sailor. So he's got a huge experience on real waters in all sorts of boats, the faster, lighter ones, the heavier, slower ones, all sorts. But Ramon crosses the line to win this laser race, race number 3 in the World Championships. Who's going to take second and third? Oh, it's close, isn't it?
Third goes to Valentin Lisa, fourth Pepito, fifth Déjà Vu, and now rest of the fleet coming in. Great stuff. There we have it, Alec. Confirmation. Ramon winning. Kaan Mansluka second. They were way ahead. And then close with the 2 French. Valentin Lisa, Pepito, Déjà Vu, Donny Gillis, Stipper Coach. But a great loss, or I have to say a big lose for Jon Cardona. And let's see where he lost it. See, he was having the best start of the race. Then he got a penalty and a bad upwind. Dropped down to 7. And then he had a hard time getting another penalty at the last top mark, dropped to last position. So this was not his race. And while saying not his race, then let's meet the 2 French players, Pepito and Valentin Lisa. We had them making an interview with themselves back home in France.
Hi, I'm Tim Carpentier and I'm from France. My name in the game is MCS Pepito. I sail in Marseille. I had sailed on Optimist for Punchy and Nazaire during 10 years. I did European and World Championship on this boat. I'm happy to be in the eSailing World Championship because the level was big on the playoff and I'm happy to play with the best of the world. Been playing virtual regatta since 1 year. My favorite boat is the J17 and I think the favorite for the final is Jon Cardona.
Je suis Stéphane Galzin, je suis français, j'habite à Dieppe en Normandie. Je suis qualifié pour la finale des championnats du monde 2020. Je suis donc très fier d'y participer et de jouer contre tous ces excellents joueurs. Je suis aussi très heureux de pouvoir représenter la Fédération française de voile, le serveur Discord eSailing France, mon club l'US Carbo Voile et la structure de e-sport français MCES. Mon pseudo est MCES Valentin Lisa.
Where is Valentin Lisa on the scoreboard? Right now, he's struggling down in 7th place. Remember, a discard is going to kick in very soon. So it will see the pack reshuffle. But a good final, a good 3rd place finish for Valentin Lisa in the last race.
Yeah, and see the leaders, Alec. Pepito, great start. His discard right now is 4 points, but it's the same for Ramon. 4 points in discard. But Jon Cardona, he just had the worst race of tonight, hopefully for him, 9 points. So all races he's doing rest of the night will give him maximum points. So the points he's getting in all the other races will be the points he's getting in to his total score. So that's a very, very bad 9th place having after 3 races. So he really needs to perform. But Alec, we're going in to race number 4. Let's see a little bit more about what's that going on.
Well, it's in the J70 and the venue is Sydney, Australia. Obviously another Olympic venue that we've chosen for this. And we've got a medium up and downwind at 19 knots in the J70. And watch out for the downwind legs, because we found that in eSailing, that is crucial in the J70.
Yeah, Alec, and that is crucial. Let's go in because the players are getting ready for the next race.
So we have all 9 players on the server for this J70 race, and they are now 50 seconds or so away from the start. And I was just looking at the radar, Thomas, in the top left. It's fairly steady, but slightly darker on the left-hand side. So I wonder if that's where they want to head. But at the moment, they're milling around this committee boat end.
Yeah, and let's try to go in 2D mode this time with this start, because this is the J-boat. The J-boat is very tactical in the start. You really need to have a good upwind in the J-boat. The downwind, yeah, you have a wind shadow where you can attack, but this boat, you lose upwind, you lose downwind, and you win upwind. So upwind, you can win some meters. That's why they're coming from outside, as you see here, some of the boats are doing right now.
Right, here we go. They've all lined up on this line. A couple coming in with an attempt at a downwind start, I think, on that left-hand side. But they are go, and it's a penalty start for Joan Cardona. He was trying that downwind tactic again, and he will accelerate away as they come up towards the right-hand side, around about the centre of the course. And that's why, look at the radar, it's darkened suddenly. And it was interesting, wasn't it, Thomas? Before we went live, the players were checking out each of the race courses and checking out the wind conditions. But of course, those all change once the races go.
Yeah, and when we press start in the servers, we have programmed the wind. So not as not in some sailing events, we can actually experience a delay of game or delay of race because of wind. But here we have the wind pressure, we have programmed it. But when we press start, it is going to change. And right now we can see in the radar there's a huge wind pressure in the middle. That's why the boats are tacking here so much in the middle. But they're also a little bit under wind pressure by the others because they're throwing dirty air. That's the wide area. That's the wind shadow.
Yeah, impossible to guess how the data and the computer is going to change the wind conditions. You just have to react as you would normally on the water. But yes, you're right, Thomas. There's no hanging around waiting for breeze in eSailing.
No.
Look out who's out in front again. It's Ramon, just about. Steeper coach closest to us. But Ramon, another good start. He's on fire tonight.
Yeah, I'm very impressed by him because he is the dark horse of tonight. He qualified into the World Championship, really fought for it, and him and Stipper coach we have here, they are the big surprises of tonight. Some of the together with Valentin Lises, some of the other players we had actually calculated or thinking about they were going into the World Championship. But Cube, I need to ask, Stipper coach, is he doing a mistake going all the way to the right hand side here? He looks so far away.
Well, he was going for that shift that we saw coming from the right, and basically by not doing all those stacks, he used that a bit to his advantage to gain some speed. But it doesn't look like it's paying off right now with that left shift still bringing the other boats to the front.
And you could spot the wind shift on that dotted, what we call ley line, the most efficient way to the mark. And you could see how it shifted. Stipper coach went, tacked on it, and then it shifted
penalty
to the left.
I have to say, Pepito got a penalty by Deja Vu, and that's slowing it down. See how fast it's going in this level from the lead to 4th position, Alec. And a penalty to Miguel Cruz also.
Yeah, so a couple of crucial penalties early on in this J70 race as Ramon heads off to that far mark. Deja Vu right behind him, 2 Britons. Then comes Pepito in 4th. So Ramon launches his spinnaker. It's about 3 seconds for him to accelerate up to top speed once that spinnaker is deployed.
Yeah, and when we see the spinnaker deploys here, and that's the good thing about the J-boat. Also, when you're sailing in real life, it's a light boat, speeding up quite fast, but hitting maximum speed within seconds. And we just see it here. But see Ramon, he's getting to be captured by Deja Vu. But opposite here, we see Stipper coach trying to sneak away. But watch the radar, Alec. It's a light wind area. Stipper coach, he's losing the race because he's sailing into light wind, but he's also winning because the other boats are battling each other so much over here. 11.1, Ramon is caught by the others, so he's dropping down to 10.8. Maybe Stipper coach is winning here, but Pepito coming with speed.
Really difficult breeze out here in this race, and it's shifted again. And Ramon has seen his lead closed a little bit by Deja Vu, but he's still in control, the Spaniard. No change amongst the top three. There's a battle going on here between Carlos Lunca and Stipe Coach.
And remember, all points count. It's 7 races, Alec. 7 races, they're getting points. Mark rounding coming in. Oof.
Yeah, it's clean rounding for the leading boats. Penalty as Stipe Coach comes in. And he picked that up on off Jean Cardona, I think that is. Yes, Jean Cardona, who's now also heading off to that right-hand side. We're watching that breeze now on the right beginning to lighten up a bit.
Penalty, Valentin Lisa in the battle against Stipe Coach. And then we see Miguel Cruz trying to sneak away. And
now I'm just wondering if this is the right tactic from the Spaniard, because it looked a bit darker. He's changed his mind. He's tacking back in towards the centre of the course.
Yeah, and that's because of those windsocks up there. He needs to calculate where the wind shift will come. And right now they can't see because the side windsocks are going to each side. So what will happen? Then it's best to be in the middle. And at Cube, right now, they're capturing Ramon, but the battle with Deja Vu and Donny is slowing them down. So Ramon actually has a free ride right now, doesn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Ramon can use this to his advantage to actually sneak away and get in front of it. And also in the downwind, both Deja Vu and Donny Gillis will be concentrated on each other and probably not on Ramon. So that can also work to his advantage to win this race.
And the overall leader, Pepito, Alec, it looks good for him. He's in third, but in front of him, Deja Vu comes in and covering him, giving dirty air.
Yeah, Pepito out in front in the leaderboard. He's the man to catch. And if I were him, I'd be playing it safe. I wouldn't be getting into any personal battles. You know, a second and third place, I would secure that. I would defend that. And that seems to be what he's doing. He kind of almost backed away from that challenge from Deja Vu there. Ramon coming into the top mark, and then it's straight downwind leg to the finish. Deja Vu coming in second. Here's Donny Gillis. Yeah. And I wonder, he's going to come in round about the same time as Pepito.
He's actually going in front of Pepito. That's why Pepito does a double tag, goes away, so he doesn't get a penalty. But see how much meters he's losing, the two Brits together. Pepito, he needs to take care of Jon Cardona, but he didn't get a penalty by Donny. But great race by the Brits right now. And it's also Donny's favorite boat, so that's what's in. Behind, penalty to Miguel Cruz, sailing in front of Carlos Lunca. That was a mistake by himself.
Yeah, Cruiser later, a bit off the pace tonight. And I wonder whether, the British and the Spanish sailors were all in that Nations Cup, a long, hard-fought final yesterday. And I wonder if they're feeling the effects of that, because let's have a look at this.
Yeah, and what's happening right now, Alec, is see the wind pressure disappeared. And Cube, this is opening up the race total. It's a long downwind race. The wind disappeared. So, a lot of internal battles coming up.
Yeah, you're right, Thomas. Everything is suddenly so close together again. And this downwind will suddenly decide the whole race. So we see lots of small groups of sailors together, and they will have to battle it out for those spots.
Yeah, and we will follow the leaders, Alec. It's Ramon in the lead still, but see Deja Vu, Donny battling each other. They might be satisfied with second and third. Then Carlos Lunca and Stipe Coach. Oh, first blood coming in. Whoosh.
First block from the Turk. And the British boats, that's going to be an interesting battle as they close in on each other and they close in on the finish line. But we're watching Carlos here. And in comes Jon Cardona now.
Yeah, and all points counts. And while they're battling, see the opposite side. Let's just jump over. Pepito tries to get wind into that sail. 11.4. He found the win. He's 2 knots faster than the British. So maybe he will take over. Let's see. Ramon will come first. But we are watching Pepito coming in with speed. Will he take second? Or will the Brits have it?
The Brits have it.
Yeah.
Well clear. So it's second and third for the two British sailors. But what about fourth and fifth and sixth? Well, Pepito takes fourth now. We've got Habuk, we've got Stipacoach and Joan Cardona all coming in side by side, bow to bow. And it's going to be a photo finish. And we'll see when we get the results, the official results, we'll see who came out on top there.
Yeah, and when we're seeing here who's coming on top, Ramon with a victory. What a surprise the Spaniard has picked up for us today. Great race by him. Deja Vu in second, Donny Gillis third, Pepito fourth. Again, a great race for the overall leader. Jon Cardona coming from last to fifth. Stipacoach, Kahnemans Luca, Crucilator, and Valentin Lisa. They're not having their races today. And let's see here. We can't see that much else than Jon Cardona is battling his way back after a terrible start. And then he actually managed to go up and get 5 points. And while saying all that and seeing the British sailors getting second and third, let's hear more about them.
Hi, I'm Donny Gillis, aka Maradoni. I've sailed GP14 since I was a kid, but since having a young family of my own, I don't have so much time to get down to my local club, Castle Central Sailing Club, as I'd like. I've competed in a few nationals, but I've never been much better than a good Silver Fleet sailor. Fortunately, fitness and boat handling don't come into eSailing too much, and I've been competing in that for about 2.5 years. Last year, I won the inaugural British eSailing Championship, and I came pretty close to qualifying for the World Championship final, but not quite. I'd say that eSailing can be a bit addictive. I tried to hide my habit from my wife, but my kids keep on finding me, and they like to shout, It's been a real achievement for me to qualify for the final, and I'm just looking forward to roll on Saturday.
Hey everyone, my name is Michael Donovan, also known as Deja Vu. I'm 19 years old and I'm from Aberdeen, Scotland. I'm currently studying at the University of Southampton and I sail lasers to J70s, pretty much anything I can really. I'm representing Sail GP, having won the eSail GP Grand Final in August, and that's what also qualified me for this event. I'm really looking forward to the racing, but I know it's going to be really close. All the competitors on their best day have the ability to win the event really, and so I'm counting on my practice that I've put in this week and going back the past few months to help me push through and take the title. Thank you, I hope you enjoy the racing and all the best.
Deja Vu in his student residence there in Southampton, doing his best with that. And there he is in 5th place, just behind Donny Gillis. So the British in 4th and 5th place. But Ramon, what a performance from him. 2 victories in a row, and now suddenly he's gone top.
Yeah, and Alec, see a thing, this card comes in, and to all of you not watching sailing normally, when you have this card, then you remove the worst score you had. So Ramon got rid of 4 points, so in total then he had 5 points, but in net points, but in total he have 9 points. So then we can see down here, and this is what we are going to watch. Jon Cardona lost 9 points, so he needs to perform the rest of the race because 9 is the maximum points you can get. So that's how it is. And Alec, we're getting ready for race number 5. Let's go in and see how that format is.
Race number 5 is going to be in the fast 49er. It's 25 knots, so we've got a kind of moderate, in eSailing terms, a moderate breeze and a long up and downwind leg. But yeah, usual race format, 2 upwind, 2 downwinds. And we're going to be in Auckland, New Zealand, the venue for next year's America's Cup. 60 seconds then to the start. We've got all sailors ready and present, and we've seen a lot of boats so far in which the downwind leg is crucial, but upwind is where you can win it in the 49er.
Yeah, the 49er and the Nacra, Alec, it's all about how good you are to read the wind upwind. The wind pressure there helps you. Downwind, you don't have the big wind shadow you can throw. It's 24, 23 meters in the 49er, but it's going so fast that you almost cannot capture your opponents in that race. There we go. 10 seconds to start, Alec.
Yeah, so Joan Cardona getting a good place, but a little bit early. He was approaching that start line. He had to put in a few tacks, and they all go. Donnie Gillis picking up an early penalty, and Pepito was also picking up a penalty there. So not the best of starts for the man who was leading overall a short while ago. Look, the majority of the fleet coming over this side, 2, 4, 5 boats. And they are Ramon, Miguel Cruz, Deja Vu and Steeper Coach.
Yeah, and interesting to see Carmen's Luca going in towards the middle. He went a little bit higher up. And Cube, why might he be doing this?
Yeah, well, an interesting choice by Khan to decide and go a bit more to the right-hand side, to stay clear, actually, and to have a clear wind, to go a bit faster than the pack who will be covering each other up.
And there we see Miguel crossing in. We have Deja Vu, Jon Cardona. So a great battle, Alec.
Yeah, I mean, early days in this race, but these are fast boats. And Ramon, yes, he's out in front, but it's really close. And it's just, you know, if you're coming to this for the first time, what we are treated with here in this World Championship final they truly are the best e-sailors in the world. They've come through all those qualification rounds. They know the tricks. They know these boats like the back of their hands. These guys spend not hours, but days, weeks, and months practicing.
And there we have Donnie Gillis in 7, and it looks like he's in 7, but see where the top marker are and where he is. He's crossing in right now, Alec. He's going in front of the others, and that's giving him a better position. See, coming in, pressing his Stipper Coach. Nice cover there. Ramon 4th, Miguel Cruz in the lead, Khan in 5th, but see Jon Cardona and Pepito in the last positions.
Donnie Gillis doing well, but it's Miguel Cruz who rounds the mark in the lead, followed by another Spaniard, Ramon. Donnie Gillis in 3rd, and Stipper Coach is in there as well. Oh, penalty for Pepito.
Unforced, he hit the mark. He's under pressure, the young lad. So in 9th position, dropping down, and he's 2nd overall, and 9 points will give him 4 points because he will discard it. So he will get more points in that account. But Jon Cardona, Valentin Lisa down here. But see the battle now, Alec. Now it's going fast. Speed up, 22 knots.
Yep, and it's Spain 1st and 2nd, Britain 3rd and 4th. Steeper Coach now trying to come in and split them, and at the moment is doing the right thing because he has moved up into 4th. And it's so fast. Look at this. It's crazy how they accelerate on the downwind. Yeah. And there is a serious thing about this. They've got to move their fingers. They need to know what they're doing. They need to know. Oh, Karmas Lumka just missing out there on a penalty. Just avoiding it. Yeah. Picks it up at the gate. Yes, so Thomas, it's about knowing your device as well. It's about knowing the boat and how to control it.
Yeah, and if you're a little bit nervous, some of them are playing on a mobile phone with their thumbs, some are playing on a tablet with their thumbs and fingers, and then there's the tastature players like Deja Vu playing on the tastature. So when you goes to panic and it goes this fast, as we see here, then you can experience pressing too hard on your device, and then your boat actually turns. But see how coordinated these players are. I think they're pressing their thumbs and pressing on the tastature 10 to 20 times. Within 10 seconds, they're just pressing all the time to steer their boat. Right now it's more relaxed, so let's see how it goes.
It is. Valentin Lisa just tacking away there. And out. Let's have a look at the front. Miguel Cruz and Ramon. Let's just pick them up and watch them make their way up to the top mark. I think this is who's closest to us here, Miguel Cruz, on that ley line. And in the stronger breeze,
Yeah, he's
he does
0.8
look
faster.
12 knots, and Miguel Cruz is, we got 11.9 knots there, and over on the left, Miguel Cruz traveling at 12.2 knots. Yeah, he did look just that little bit faster. He's round, Ramon is round. They've got space now between themselves and the chasing fleet, but it's going to be an interesting battle on that final leg between the two Spaniards. Steeper Coach now into third.
Yeah, and when we see, let's go to the leaders, that's where, but see a Valentin Lisa with a penalty, Jon killing him there, but it's Ramon going to battle Cruz downwind. Who will take the lead? Who will take the winning point? Or are they satisfied with this position, Alec? See, side by side. And let's just jump a little bit. See, the rest of the fleet are way behind. Pepito with another penalty behind. But it's those two here battle for the win, but they need to take care. Steeper Coach Croatia coming in.
Now, can Steeper Coach take advantage of this battle between the two Spaniards? A penalty inflicted on either of them will see Steeper Coach come through and certainly take second place. They're going for each other, aren't they? Miguel Cruz and Ramon. And meanwhile, Steeper Coach just trying to close in. And he is doing, his wind shadow is taking an effect on Ramon.
Yeah.
He moves away, but it's going to be a victory for Cruzelator. Second for Ramon, third for Steeper Coach.
Yeah, and there we see the rest of the fleet coming in. It's going so fast. There's such a high wind pressure. But see here, Pepito, 9th. Conference Lucas, 7. Valentin Lisa, 8. Wow. Confirmation. Miguel Cruz, Ramon, 2nd. The Spaniards in the lead. Steeper Coach, 3rd. Deja Vu, 4th. Donny Gillis, 5th. Jon Cardona, 6th. Conference Lucas, 7. Valentin Lisa, 8. Pepito 9. And I'm quite interesting just to see how this unfolds. See Jon Cardona, he was in the last position most of the race and managed to get 6 points, but it's not his race today. I know he's practicing for his Olympic campaign right now in the Canarians, but it's looking quite hard for him tonight. And while saying that, let's meet the winner. Let's hear a little bit about him. Miguel Cruz coming into you now.
Hello, I'm Cruzelator, Miguel Cruz from Spain. I will represent Spain in the eSailing World Championship tomorrow. I'm so glad, it's a big honor to be in the final game. I was sailing since I was a kid, from since I was 7 years old. I went to the university, and then one more year in big boat. My favorite boat in the game is the Star and also the Nacra. I was playing virtual regatta for 3 years since 2017. I think the favorite players in the final is Jon Cardona right now. I think he's the best one right now. And I want to give thanks to my family, to my wife, and also this time to my new sponsor, Power.
So good victory for Cruzelator, but he's still sitting down there in 7th place. He has it all to do if he wants a chance at winning this title. Still out in front though, Ramon, look at that. For 5 races and only once has he not been on the podium. That's an incredible performance. We talked about consistency, didn't we, Thomas? Well, that is definitely consistency from Ramon.
I'm impressed by Ramon. I have to say, before coming into this event, I saw him as a clearly underdog. He is the dark horse, and he's just been practicing, getting ready. But remember, Alec, there's 3 races left. We're going to speed up to the F50 in a few sec. Then we go into the laser, where he actually performed quite well. And then we come to the middle race that can start double points. But watch here, 11, 15, 15, 15. Then there's a jump to Khan with 21, Cruz with 22, Stipper Coach 22, and Valentin Lisa 27. But from 5th to 1st, it's quite open in the last 3 races. And when we're saying the last 3 races, let's go in and see something about race number 6.
Well, if you thought some of the boats we've seen already were fast, check this out, the F50, the SailGP boat. We're going to San Francisco for this race, and we're hitting winds of about 23 knots. They start and finish on a reach.
And Alec, there we have this fantastic fast boat, the EF50, and you can see the players are going out of the server because there was a small issue with one of the players losing connection. So then we also go out of the server and just wait for the players to come in. But this is a very fast boat we're going to handle, and some of the players have really been practicing this boat. Crucilator, Havuk, Dejavu, he qualified in the boat on behalf of SailGP. And you can see here, they are jumping in and out right now. So let's just give them a little bit small time. So while they're having time to jump in, let's see a little bit more about the SailGP boat.
This is the threat of death on these boats. When you're going 50 knots, the water's like concrete. If you crashed, it would essentially disintegrate. Slingers on the wheel, someone better.
There's going to be a lot of rivalries. I mean, none of these guys want to get beaten. They're all super competitive.
I don't know what's happening, but I can't keep up anymore.
We're all competitors. We all want to win. But at the same time, if you have a collision with these boats, it can be catastrophic.
There was a big collision there.
The competition within SailGP is unbelievably high.
You need to be able to deal with every situation.
Every race in SailGP is pretty critical.
It's sailor versus sailor.
Getting right on that edge of going as fast as you can and not crashing.
Vendée Globe is an incredible race, and I can say that as I've done it. And I'm all the more delighted that we at the World Sailing Trust are working together with World Sailing and Virtual Regatta on the Race for Change. We're looking forward to seeing people competing virtually on our custom World Sailing Trust and World Sailing boat. Virtual Regatta allows you to compete against the actual sailors taking part in this race. So fair winds, and I shall see you all on the racecourse.
I'll just jump in because I was looking at that virtual regatta version of the Vendée Globe race. Of course, the real Vendée Globe race starts tomorrow morning at I think it's 7 o'clock European time. But the actual eSailing version of the race all start at the same time, and I know there are literally thousands and thousands of sailors who've already written up for that. So good luck to everyone taking part.
It's not just 1,000, Alex. Let's see it as this. It's 300,000 people who joined in. So it's amazing. It's amazing. So we both have a real regatta, a real Vendée Globe, and then we have 300,000 players trying to beat the real sailors sailing around the world for the next 72 to maybe 80 days. So they're really going to fight for it. But Alec, we're getting ready for the F50, and right now we we are jumping into it again. And normally on real waters, we had something would win. And today we can experience, and that's something with the game sometimes, we can experience players having issues joining in a game. But I can say to you, we don't have these issues tonight. We are really getting ready for it. And the next race, the EF50, coming up now.
Yep, it's race 6 in the F50. Let's just make sure we've got everyone in. Yes, we have 9 sailors on that leaderboard right now. So if you're new to this, well, it's a wing sail, it's a foiling boat. It is really fast. They start on a reach, so they start out at almost maximum speed, and they'll be just powering up in about 20 seconds from now, trying to head to that start line, hitting it at 0. That would be the perfect start. And we've seen them travelling really fast, haven't we, towards that reach mark. And often that leads to penalties, Thomas.
Yeah, it does. And there are 2 ways to get penalties. One with the boundary. If you're getting out of the boundary, then you're getting a penalty because you need to race inside the boundaries. And then if you hit another boat or a mark, you'll get a penalty. And right now we see this Japanese boat and this Spanish boat. They are on the inside, can penalize each other. Oh, missing it. They're really trying to penalize each other. So a clean start coming up. Oh.
Here we go. So they are go, and it is a clean start, and Pepito gets a really good start on that far side. Miguel Cruz coming in second. Right back here, look at that. Joan Cardona, the pro Sail GP sailor with the worst start, and he reaches that mark last.
Penalties galore. Ramon, the leader. This will not be his race. He doesn't like the F50. Together with Stipper Coach, dropping down to 8 and 9. This opened up the whole game, as we said. Pepito in the lead, but see who's following him. Déjà Vu.
Yep, he's round in second. Nearest this side, though, we've got Donny Gillis and we've got Valentin Lisa, Joan Cardona. And, yeah, I mean, still absolutely wide open. Havuk heading towards that boundary. Donny Gillis picking up a penalty in the middle of the course.
Yeah, Cruz came from starport and Donny Gillis was not free of him. So he got a really routine penalty by Cruz there.
Yeah, Donny Gillis, Britain's first ever eSailing national champion. He's going to have to use that experience to get himself back into this race right now. But look who's out in front again. It's Pepito of France. And on his tail is Miguel Cruz. And right now, Karl Maslunka, we haven't seen him up in the top 3, I don't think, for any of these races.
No, but this is his race, Alec. He loved the 50. He's third. Another penalty to Ramon. Donny Gillis handing that out. So Ramon, the overall leader, dropping down again. And this means it's opening up for Pepito. He's in the lead. He's pretty hard to capture when he's up there. Cruz in second. Valentin Lisa third. And Karl Maslunka fourth.
Yeah, hard to catch, but, you know, these boats are really fast. They're skittish. They're difficult to control. So it's easy to make a mistake. And equally, you know, one tack too many, a jibe too many, and suddenly the rest of them are right on top of you. Oh, what's Karl Maslunka? He's got trouble there.
He missed. He went upwind, Alec. He went upwind. And then Donny hit him, gets a penalty. And opposite side, double battle. Ramon. Another penalty to him, dropping down again, together with Déjà Vu.
I mean, he turned into the wind, but he's an experienced sailor, so I'd say that he just got his controls wrong there. Something certainly went wrong. But, wow, look at that. Almost 300 metres now. Pepito is out in front, and Miguel Cruz is doing his best to close the gap. But it looks right now like the battle here is for third, fourth, and fifth.
Yeah, and the most interesting part, Alec, is Ramon and Déjà Vu. The winner of SailGP Grand Final last, and Ramon, the overall leader, dropping down also. That's amazing what's happening here.
Yeah, Ramon down in 8, currently with a 4-point lead.
Penalty again to him.
And a penalty, yeah. Penalty to him. So this isn't going to go Ramon's way.
The players have targeted Ramon. They want to penalize him. They want to open up the race. And this is how the hardcore players are doing. These are the top sailors. They don't care about Pepito. Let him sail away. There will be a middle race. But see, Miguel, Kahnemans, Luca, Valentin, Lisa, all three are coming from behind in the final in overall scoreboard. And now they're getting points on the account.
There's Miguel Cruz. And by the way, we did say, you know, that huge gap can quickly disappear, and it has. So Pepito 300 meters is now down to 100. And then it's just so close, isn't it, between the chasing pack?
Yeah, it is close, but I'm actually keeping an eye on this guy. He's currently 6th in this position, 3rd overall, same score as Deja Vu and Donny Gillis. But right now it looks like it's Donny Gillis going to win this great battle they have here. And they're going around the top mark for the last time and then race for the reach mark and into the finish line. Let's see if anything changes here.
Let's see, as this boat, Donny Gillis, comes in and chooses this particular mark, and is Joan Cardona now trying to get ahead of Donny Gillis, but Pepito is now on that reach towards the finish. So it's another victory for Pepito of France, and Cruiselator is going to take 2nd place. And the best result of the competition so far for Kahn Mazlumka in 3rd place. Valentin Lisa, Joan Cardona. So Joan Cardona just behind Donny Gillis. So Cardona coming back from a really poor start to finish 4th.
Yeah, and it's a close race, but let's go in and get the confirmation here. When we're getting the confirmation, we see Pepito wins, Cruiselator 2nd, Kahnemans Luca 3rd, Valentin Lisa 4th, Donny Gillis 5th, Jon Cardona, he is 6th, Tipper Coach Croatia 7, Ramon 8, Deja Vu 9. And that's hard for Deja Vu, the British young talent sailor there. He's losing momentum, but see how they are not switching position. We can see in the start what a battle we have here. We couldn't tell who was winning and losing, but see Kahnemans Luca, terrible start, but he was the only one climbing the mountain, getting 3rd, just followed by Miguel, who gets 2nd. And while we are saying Jon Cardona and SailGP, let's see who he is and what he knows about eSailing.
Hello, I am Joan Cardona. I'm talking from Canary Islands, from Lanzarote. I'm here training for my Fin Olympic campaign, and I also sail in the Spanish SailGP team. I like a lot the game. I've been playing it since 2018 already, and I really took it to another level during quarantine. I think the favorite to win the World Championship tonight is Deja Vu. He already beat me in the SailGP final, so I definitely want the revenge. Also, he won yesterday in Nations Cup. And I would like to thank all the LDLN club members because they did a really good job during the whole season, organizing so many regattas, and also to Lucas Moore for hosting such a nice server as it is TRL, where it's where I play the most and I have the most fun every day. Thank you, and see you in the final.
Joan Cardona in the Canary Islands, and there's been lots of change in the leaderboard. Yes, Ramon is still out in front. Pepito in 2nd, but Joan Cardona has slipped down to 4th place. Donny Gillis has gone ahead of him, and Deja Vu is now in 5th. So the points have changed considerably. And now there's just 1 point between Ramon and Pepito. So Pepito, that race for him was absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and it's opening up the whole race when we're watching the scoreboard, because there 11 points to Ramon, 12 points to Pepito. A bad race in the laser will bring in Donny Gillis, Jon Cardona, Deja Vu, Miguel Cruz, and Kahnemans Luca back in the race for the victory. So the next race, focus really needs to be in there. I have to say, Stibber Coach Croatia, Valentin Lisa, they will have a hard time to come back in the race, but a small mistake from the 2 leading boats and everything is open. We'll join in and see what race number 7 is all about.
Well, it's the last race before the medal race, and it's in the laser, and we're going to sail it in Trieste on the northeast coast of Italy, the home, of course, of Barcolana, the biggest regatta in the world. The course is your standard course, 4 legs, 2 upwind, 2 downwind, and the wind is going to be around 18 knots, so a moderate wind for eSailing.
And when we see here, it's race number 7 coming up. So right now we have Pepito in the pink boat here, but see how they're racing around. We saw in race number 3, this laser is fast upwind. They are doing the pumping upwind, and then they're battling downwind. But how will this unfold? A mistake from the overall leader Ramon, and Pepito will open up the race for everybody.
So few points separating the leaders now, and yeah, as you've said, they're really going to have to keep their focus. They don't want to get tied up into one-on-one battles necessarily and then lose focus on what is happening around them. They're going to have to really keep an overview of the situation. 13 seconds to go, and a lot of the sailors holding back near this committee boat end. You can see in the radar that the dark side is closer to is on the right hand side, but the wind coming also from the top right corner. Joan Cardona, another one of his downwind starts. I'm not convinced they're working.
No. Joan Cardona had a false start, so didn't time it. Valentin Lisa either, but it's Kahnemann's Luca in the lead, Alec.
Well, Kahnemann's Luca, great for him, but Joan Cardona getting it all wrong under pressure at the start there, and that will cost him dear.
But as we said, we keep an eye on the overall leader. Pepito in 5th, he's in trouble. Ramon in 6th, he's in trouble. And when we see the score, it's Kahnemann's Luca, it's Deja Vu, it's Donny Gillis. As we said, if Ramon and Pepito makes a mistake, the race is all open. And that's what's going to happen right now. Don't you think, Cube?
Well, a lot can still happen. We still have 2 races to go, and this race is far from being decided yet. So, yeah, it's very difficult to say anything right now, but it looks very interesting.
Here's Ramon, our overall leader, closest to us. He's the man they're all trying to hunt down, especially Pepito, who's currently sitting in 2nd. That steeper coach with that green boat there on that left-hand side. He's really got to try and get a victory in this race to have any hope of catching the overall leaders in the medal race. So Kalmas Lunka moving up into 3rd. And here we got Pepito with
but see this battle.
And we're going to see
so close, so close. Deja Vu tried to do what we call a downwind attack. He had 1 second to time it. Kalmas Lucas saw it. See, he's doing it again on Ramon. He's taking out the leader. Wow, they only have one focus. Ramon needs to lose. Pepito needs to lose. Then it's opening all the race up for 4 players. So they're targeting their 2 leading boats right now. And it looks, it's working.
Well, at the moment, Pepito is over here, and he's clear, whilst Ramon is getting all the trouble from the other sailors. Both Kahnemann's Lunka and Deja Vu just keeping tabs on the leader.
Yeah, but Pepito's too far away, Alec. He's too far away. He will have a hard time to come back in this race.
We shall see. Deja Vu is going to reach the mark first. And Steeper Coach coming in from the outside, but I don't think he's going to be able to. Well, he might be able to squeeze around on the inside. Let's watch them come in. Steeper Coach with the green boat.
A great upwind leg. Yeah.
He's got a chaos at home with a baby and one on the way, and he's trying to play this as well on the World Championship, and doing a really good job of it right now. Deja Vu then 2nd. In 3rd is Havuk, And now the red boat of Joan Cardona coming in fourth. So he's had a good upwind leg, has Joan Cardona, after a disastrous start.
Yeah, and see, Pepito, he's all the way behind Alec. He's in 9th. And Ramon, he's in 5th. And Ramon, he needs to take care because Donny Gillis and Miguel Cruz has a chance to come into the battle again if Ramon ends behind them. So they will do anything to attack him. But right now, the leaders is battling up Jon Cardona, Carmen's Luca, Deja Vu, and Stipper Coach Croatia. And it looks like Stipper Coach is sneaking away.
Yes, he is. We're only at the halfway stage. Deja Vu in 2nd. And again, this battle for 2nd, 3rd and 4th. It's interesting, isn't it, that we haven't had that many close finishes for 1st place in the races. We had one, really, amongst all of them. The winners have been clear, but the battles behind for 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th have been tremendous.
Yeah, and that's typical fleet racing in Virtual Regatta Inshore, because if you are in the lead and the boats behind you are starting battling it out, then you will sneak more and more, get more and more space into them, and that is the case for Stipper Coach. But the boats behind him don't care about Stipper Coach, they care about Ramon and Pepito. And see, Ramon in trouble again. Just survived Carmen's Luca, who had a bad mark rounding, so giving Miguel Cruz a chance to come back in the race.
Yeah, it's all about the bigger picture, what's happening in the overall leaderboard, not just what's happening in the race. As you say, Stipper Coach, he can go off and win it, but the real battle is between the leaders overall, and that is Deja Vu, Cardona, and Ramon and Donny Gillis as well.
Yeah, and it's actually a very bad mark rounding for Khan. He was in 3rd position coming down to the mark rounding. Then he went to the wrong side, took the wrong decision, came behind Ramon, and Ramon cured in 3rd, but Donny Gillis are getting ready to penalize him. That's what he needs to take care of. See, penalty, no! Ramon survives it! Penalizes Donny, what happened there? Great move by the Spaniard. So he defended, and then it's next time Carmen's Luca coming in and getting ready to attack him.
Ramon really not having his own way, and that's the problem. When you get ahead and you start to control the leaderboard, the others start to play tactically against you. Look at Stipper Coach. His lead, I would say, is pretty unassailable right now. Deja Vu is going to take 2nd. And Ramon, look at that! What an effect that previous first leg has had on the leaderboard. Ramon in 3rd, and Carmen's Luca 4th.
Yeah, and right now Ramon is lucky because Carmen's Luca is attacked by Jon Cardona and slowing him down. That means Ramon goes out of the battle and can take 3rd. That's a very good news for him before going into the middle race, but he hasn't won the World Championship yet because Deja Vu is ending in front of him, but he defended the first match point, or the first big point for him. But Jon Cardona, Carmen's Luca, Deja Vu is just breathing him in the neck. But it's a hard race for Pepito.
Now, Pepito, with this pink boat, he needs to, obviously, he needs to consolidate his 2nd place. And to do so, he needs to get ahead of as many boats as possible. So let's see if he can finish ahead of the Spaniard right beside him, Miguel Cruz. Donny Gillis also coming in. This is Joan Cardona and his battle with the Turk. And he's going to try and inflict another penalty. And he does another penalty on Carmen's Luca. And that gives Joan Cardona a victory over the Turk. Pepito coming in now.
He just got overtaken by Donny Gillis on the finish line.
He did.
Yeah, let's see the confirmation about that. I'm pretty sure. So he drops down to 7. It couldn't be worse for him. So Stipper Coach winning, Deja Vu 2nd, Ramon 3rd, Jon 4th, Carmen's Luca 5th, Donny Gillis 6th, Pepito 7, and Miguel Cruz. It looks so great in the start of race 8. Valentin Lisa 9th, another 9 for him. And see here, Miguel Cruz dropping down. But what a great upwind for Stipper Coach. Not the best start, winning the race. But we are focused with the battle. Ramon, he came in the upwind. That's where he won that 3rd place. Winning over Carmen's Luca, who went to the wrong side in the gate. And then, luckily for Ramon, Carmen's Luca was captured by Jon Cardona in the battle downwind. giving him the advantage. And Alec, that was race number 7. So now we're ready to go into the medal race in a few sec. But please stay tuned, guys and girls and skippers around the world. This is going to be a very, very exciting medal race. Everything is open for who is going to take the win.
It's a real icon for a sailor to have a red cap. It's always a conversation starter. The thing is that all the regattas we are sponsoring, we are making this red cap, so with the name of the regatta and the year. So it's always something treasured by the sailors. It means I've been there. I sailed this regatta. And we are not giving away, you have to earn it. So you have to make the regatta, you have to be on the boat, you have to sail it. And so yeah, it's a fantastic keepsake for all the sailors.
Just one medal race left. And this is how they go into that medal race. Ramon with a 14-point lead. And then there is Pepito with 19 points. Joan Cardona and Deja Vu on 25. Donnie Gillis on 26. So if my maths is correct, the top 5 could all mathematically win this championship.
Yeah, and if we're doing it mathematically, then Carmen's, Luca and Stiver Coach also have a chance. But then one of them needs to win, and the rest of them in front of them needs to end in the last positions. But if Ramon not can steer his nerves in this race, then he can lose that World Championship first position to either Pepito, Joan Cardona, Deja Vu or Donnie Gillis. And Alec, let's see how the format is in the medal race.
Chosen the J70 for the final. Now, the World Championship final that we're watching here on TV around the world was supposed to be held live in Abu Dhabi. We can't be there because of the current pandemic. So our venue is going to be Dubai. And the medal race is going to be raced in 23 knots. So again, a kind of moderate wind really for the EJ70. Let's do it. It's double points.
And Alec, it's now or never. Here we have the skippers getting ready. It is the medal race. A small mistake will cost you the World Championship and $10,000. So, who is steering the nerves?
There's a lot at stake. Some of these guys have been here before. They've been in this position before, and they've never won it. And we don't have the defending champion. Velista 71 from Italy didn't qualify this year. So we're going to have a new champion. And these guys, yeah, some of them have been here before. Some are here for the first time. Some never expected to get this far. The pressure is on, and they must be feeling their nerves now. Well, here we go. Just seconds away from the start of the medal race of the 2020 eSailing World Championship final. And they are almost go, but they're really close to the line, some of them, and they have to put in a few extra maneuvers to slow down.
Ooh.
But the medal race is away. Joan Cardona choosing to go up this right side, a lone boat over on that right side of the line, the rest choosing to go left. But a clean start for all of them.
Yeah, Ramon following Joan Cardona. Joan Cardona trying to do his classic downwind start we see in the community. And he missed times it. And they are ninth. But I need to bring in Cube because I'm focused on Ramon. He's in 6th, but he's in the middle of the fleet. Is that a good position, Cube?
Well, he's in a secure position right now in the middle, because then either way, if the shift goes left, it goes right. He's always safe. And right now, he's going with that right-hand shift and going back toward that left-hand side.
Great injects from Cube, giving us the gamer's insight, and they don't come more experienced than him. So we're coming up to a minute of this medal race gone, and it's Miguel Cruz, Pepito and Valentin Lisa over on this left-hand side. They're in a good position right now.
Yeah, and Pepito, it's a very important battle, this one, because if he loses to Miguel Cruz, then he is out of the medal race. So he's battling against one who has been at the World Championship 2 times and also qualified last year, but didn't participate because of private reason and a small wedding. But let's see Ramon. This is where the battle is unfolding. That's the first battle. Have Déjà Vu coming in, just going behind Ramon. So what will happen to him?
I mean, the majority of these players need a disaster for Ramon. They want him to finish really last, if possible, to have any chance of winning. And we'll see if tactically, as the race develops, we'll see if they do gang up on Ramon, on the Spanish player, to see if they can get ahead.
Yeah, and Déjà Vu is in a very good position to do the first attack on Ramon. See now, Déjà Vu crosses in. Ramon caught in a double trap. And there, they caught Ramon, everybody. Stipper coach, Déjà Vu. Ramon is caught. He will drop down, maybe to 6, and he's a huge chance he will get a penalty. But see who sneaks up to the first, up to the lead. He can win the World Championship if Ramon is losing and he's taking the victory. It's Jon Cardona, Alec. We have a battle. We have a fight.
We've had a really close battle all the way through this regatta. And it's really coming down to an exciting climax right now. And they've overstepped it there. They forced Ramon right off the line.
He's dropping to 7th. Oh, lucky for him. Penalty to Cruz. Penalty to Ramon. Let's see. Ramon with a penalty. Jon Cardona sneaks away. Déjà Vu follows him. Donny Gillis. That's where the world champion might be found. Those 3 persons sneaking away, Alec.
It could be Jon Cardona, Déjà Vu, Donny Gillis. They are the nearest challengers, all of them about 10 points off Ramon. That's a heck of a gap to close, though. And Ramon is still sitting in 7th. So let's go. We certainly can't write him off yet.
No, Pepito 5th. He's not in a good position. Ramon in 7th. Not good position. That's 14 points, 10 points. So right now, Jon Cardona only getting 2 points. Oh, Alec. 1 position less from Jon Cardona, and Ramon is same score as him. Wow, mathematics is coming in. It's a World Championship. It's a medal race.
So if I could bring Cube in, you're watching this with us, Cube. Jon Cardona, what does he do now to hold on to that lead?
Yeah, so Jon Cardona is right now playing it very safe in the middle and looking to the 2 boats splitting up underneath him. So he has to choose, and he's going for that right-hand side.
Déjà Vu on this right-hand side of Cardona with Donny Gillis. Over in the far left side.
Yeah, and I'm still keeping an eye on Ramon. He's 9th, Alec. He's 9th. His last position. He's losing the World Championship right now. Pepito in 5th. It's Jon Cardona in the lead. It's Déjà Vu in 2nd. It's Donny Gillis. Last night, Déjà Vu won the Nations Cup final against Jon Cardona. They're battling each other. Will Jon Cardona win the battle today and take the World Championship in front of Déjà Vu? They both have 25 points before going into this race.
Interesting, isn't it? Because Cardona didn't have the best of starts to the regatta. But now look at him, challenging at the front of this medal race, challenging for the overall lead. Déjà Vu, Donny Gillis, still 2nd and 3rd.
Wow. Jon Cardona, he must be very nervous now. A small mistake from him, and he's losing the World Championship to Déjà Vu. It's game over, Ramon. He cannot come back. So it's a battle between the red boat, Jon Cardona, and Déjà Vu. The winner of that race will be the world champion. If not, and I have to say, Pepito gets 4th. If he's getting 4th, then he gets world champion. So, 2 exciting battles coming in. Carmens Luca, penalty to Pepito. So it might be in the leading group. We are seeing who's going to win, Alec.
It's certainly looking now like a battle between Jon Cardona and Déjà Vu. And they have 1 leg left.
Push. Déjà Vu losing momentum to Donny. Donny Gillis coming in. He's 26 points. Oh, he needs to bail away, go behind. But is it too big a gap to Jon Cardona? Oy.
It's the J70, remember. It's got a really large wind shadow, about 30 meters.
Yeah, he's
but
sneaking
Déjà
away.
Vu, look at that, 80, 90 meters behind Cardona now. And I'm beginning to think that Jon Cardona has the victory of the medal race and has the victory overall.
Yeah, but Alec, I have to say, don't call it yet. We saw the Spanish losing Nations Cup last night in the last downwind race with a disconnection. So cross the fingers for him. There is a battle for 2nd and 3rd overall. It's Déjà Vu, it's Donny Gillis, it is Havuk. They are battling for who's getting 2nd and 3rd right now.
Ramon has moved up into 6th. He's moved up into 6th, and that is vital.
That is vital.
That put him back at the top of the leaderboard.
That's only giving him 12 points, Alec. So if he's getting 6, he might be back. Oh, the mathematic is with us. Nothing is over. Jon Cardona is doing what he can to make sure he has a chance. He will win this race, but let's follow Ramon.
Jon Cardona came into this race. All he could do was win it. He has done that. His mission is complete. And now he just has to look behind and see what happens, because Ramon is down to 7th place. And that, I think, knocks him down to 28. So Cardona has a point less than him right now on the leaderboard.
Oh, it's not over yet. Side by side.
It's not over yet. Déjà Vu and Donny Gillis are going to be 2nd and 3rd. But let's watch Ramon and this battle with Valentin Lisa. Ramon needs to get a place ahead. He needs to finish in 6th.
But Pepito attacking him. Valentin Lisa takes 6. Oh, he's dropping to 8 maybe. It's a battle against Pepito. Ramon gets 7. Oh, Alec, I can't call it. It's so damn exciting. Jon Cardona winning the race. Déjà Vu 2nd. Donny Gillis 3rd. Carmens Luca 4th. Stibber Coach 5th. Valentin Lisa 6th. And then it happened what was not meant to happen from Ramon. He got 7. Luckily for him, 7 maybe. 8 to Pepito, 9 to Cruz. And let's see where it's won and lost. Jon Cardona, great upwind start for him. Déjà Vu tried to follow him. Ramon, under pressure in the whole race, managed to go to 6, but losing the downwind action to Valentin Lisa. Oh, Alec, I can't call it. I can't call it. Let's go to the scoreboard. It's going to be a very exciting, Alec. Scoreboard coming up.
Our 2020 world champion is Jon Cardona of Spain. And he does it by a point. And it all came down to that final medal race, with Ramon finishing in 7th. And as you can see, had he finished 1 place further ahead, he would have been world champion. But in the end, it was Jon Cardona, our world champion for 2020. Fantastic stuff from him.
Amazing, Alec. This result, 1 point in between number 1 and 2, 1 point to the 3rd place. Déjà Vu getting 3rd overall with 29 points. And yeah, there's nothing more to say. Amazing. We will get the winner, Jon Cardona, in studio in a few sec. But while we're waiting for him, Alec, let's invite in a special guest we have with us in studio instead of... he's sitting in Barbados at the moment. It's Rolf, so let's get him in studio.
Raphael, thank you for joining us again. A top man from Mount Gay Rum who's supported this eSailing World Championship in a fantastic way. Wow. Have you caught your breath yet?
Yeah, frankly, the thrill was, I mean, I still have some adrenaline, and I think it's a kind of revenge from yesterday where the Spanish sailor took the lead. And the last race was really, my adrenaline was pumping. It was really thrilling. So I love this last race for sure.
Yeah, it's incredible how the sailors have to keep their nerve, don't they?
Yeah.
Really exciting stuff. And so tell us, you've been involved in the Nations Cup, you've been involved in this World Championship, and it's just a really great kind of synergy between what you guys do in sailing and this whole new kind of world of eSailing.
Totally. For us, it's new because for more than 40 years, Monge, as you know, is a big supporter of sailors and regattas across the world. And this red cap is really, this is the token, and that shows that sailors participated to regattas. So now we enter the world of eSailing. But what I've seen on the last 2 days, it's really exciting. And there's lots of skill, lots of tactics. Of course, there's not the physical aspect like on the water, but you have to be very talented. Yeah.
Okay, Rafa, well, maybe one day we'll be able to do some eSailing on Barbadian waters.
Soon. I would love that. Yeah, for sure.
I tell you what, let's hear from our winner, Joan Cardona.
Yeah.
Hello, good night.
Hey, Joan Cardona, our 2020 world champion. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So you're training in the Canary Islands, aren't you? What sort of What sort of support have you had there from your teammates?
It's awesome. They just came from their house to grab some beers. They said, if you win the race, we'll grab some beers at your place, and they are already here. So, yeah, amazing support.
Well, tell us about this regatta, because you didn't start very well, did you? But you managed to come back. What changed?
Yeah, I struggled a bit in the stars, but I knew everything was going to be decided in the medal race if I was consistent enough to be close in points. So I tried to do that. I tried to do my best medal race, J70.
Jan, please call your friends and please rise, because we have a special surprise to you. So if you have your friends in there, then please join them in and rise, because we have a surprise for all of you out there. Now, when we can't be together, then let's do something together. Guys, are you ready? This is for you down there in Canary. Listen up, guys. Well done, Joanne. Fantastic.
Thank you very much.
So there you are on a training camp with the sailing, with the national sailing team, and you've just become world champion. That's really, really fantastic. You're going to have some beers tonight. Enjoy it, and good luck with your Olympic campaign as well.